Ah, the prodigal son has returned. Just kidding. Um, yeah, guys, Undead 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. Just finally doing a video after the what, a 3 month hiatus now. I just haven't been motivated to do it. Work's been crazy. I've been working a lot of nights. I wake up at noon to get ready for work, and I'm getting off late at night. By the time I do, I just want to game for a bit and then go to bed. I just haven't felt the need. And on my off days, I've been just playing games and actually enjoying them, not trying to cram as many gameplays as I can into my hard drive so I don't have to play it. Like Black Ops 4, I haven't touched Black Ops 4 in a little under a month now. I tried playing it the other day. When they added all those new weapons and stuff, I'm like, I'm not. This is wow. This is messed up. And they made 800 million in 3 days. I mean, excuse me, 3 months off of microtransactions. What? Okay. Yeah, yeah. They can't release any decent content or pay their developers an actual livable wage, man. The average video game developer makes like $54,000 a year. That's not good, man. That's really not that great. Which I can't say anything. Um, but yeah, I just been enjoying myself. I got a bunch of free games and stuff like that with my Game Pass. I started playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider night before last. I don't know why people hate it. It's actually pretty decent. I am 3 hours real life time into the game, and I'm like 35% complete already. And I'm like with Rise of the Tomb Raider, I put 15 hours in, and I was at like 55 to 60% complete. Same with the first one; they had so much content in them. But yeah, just enjoying myself. I finally tried Mafia 3. That game is trash. It's trash. Thank God I only paid $10 for it. Gameplay is mediocre. It plays like an old Grand Theft Auto. You have almost no ammo on your character. You have to do so much to upgrade. The missions are beyond repetitive and grindy. I now know why that game flopped. Even though it didn't flop in sales because of the Mafia name. And people bought it because of the controversy. That is literally the most racist game I've ever seen in my life. It is. I understand it's a period piece. I get it. I enjoy period pieces and stuff like that. Um, but there's a limit. Even at the beginning of the game, they're like, "We do not condone using this kind of language or these kind of words. These are not our beliefs." And I'm like, I get that, but it was actually worse back in that time. But even what you put in the game, and don't call me a snowflake either because I'm not. I'm just like, if this is this game's only driving thing, it's not a great game. And considering there is still a bug in that game now, I had to swap 3 controllers out because when you're driving, like I use an Elite controller. If you pull down on the right trigger to try to drive, your vehicles will not get above 60 miles an hour. I swapped it to one of my old controllers, 120. There's a bug with certain controllers where it doesn't work, and I'm like, how are you? Like one of the third missions in the game is you have to drive a boat. It won't if it doesn't get above 80. You can't beat the mission. My boat was going 60, and you're getting chased by cops. If they touch your boat twice, it kills you. I tried for 3 hours, and I'm sitting there going, "What am I doing?" I looked it up. Apparently, it was a common issue. So I haven't touched that game, but Shadow of the Tomb Raider I have been loving. Destiny I have been playing. Um, the Solstice of Heroes right now, and that is just, oh my god, how do you people manage to screw this up every single time? Last year's was decent. It was mediocre, but it was decent. This year, when they make those changes tomorrow to the actual armor system itself for only going for 100 mini boss kills instead of going for well, they make it 50 instead of 100. Are you insane? I get we're supposed to make this last a full month, but the armor's not even that cool, and you're only going to use it for a week when the actual DLC drops. It's a guy that I played with last night. He's in his he's in his 60s. I play with the older crowd. Like best friend that I game with, the dude he's about to turn 59 in a few days. Um, but he's like, "Oh my god, this armor is so amazing. It's cool." And then what do you get if you get all 3 of your characters' armor? If you put yourself through this retarded grind, um, which if you want me, before I go any further, The grind is inconsistent and retarded because you're literally having to do every single thing you've done for the last 2 years. Running strikes. No one likes running strikes because the loot is trash. Strikes are repetitive, and the strikes in this game are horrible. They take way too long. Half the bosses are health gated, so you can't just speed run it through. Like, whenever I was playing them, I was just running past everything and going for the final boss. Everybody was. If we would drop in and it was something like Exodus Crash or The Corrupted, people immediately went to orbit. I'm not running a 30-minute strike whenever I'm trying to do some stuff. Why on earth do you have to text me now? And then like orb pickups, orbs are really inconsistent because they don't tell you anything. They're like, they show like an arc symbol which looks like a little saw blade, and they say collect this kind of orb and strikes. What they really mean is collect the element of the day in this particular strike. Bungie is just vague as all get out, as they always are, and just doesn't care. But when you finally do get the armor, I'm waiting for that change. I'm going to finally get my legendary armor, and I am not touching this game until Shadowkeep comes out. The armor is bad. And then forcing us to buy our armor glows with real money, are you serious? At least make it so that we have an increased bright dust drop. I get it, you guys are going to be starving for cash after this, but I don't care. You've made billions off of this game. You have the money. You have the money. And considering this is going to be an 80 gigabyte DLC, seriously? It's one planet. It's one planet, and it's a small area of a planet. The moon space in Destiny 1 was probably 10 gigs. If that, it was a really small play space. But then you got to understand that everything is HD now. That's why patches are no longer 20, 30 megabytes. They're now 5 to 10 gigs. Or like how PUBG will do a small update, and they'll get a 15 gigabyte update. And it changes nothing. But yeah, other than that, I just been enjoying myself, man. Just trying to learn all I can at work as well. Just trying to move on up there. It's working, which is nice. But yeah, I have a few games that I'm looking at over here that I actually wanted to play for you guys. I wanted to play some BioShock, one of my all-time favorite games, and I also have. I tried Fallout 76 about a month ago. I fired it back up. And then they had an update, and then I played it again. It's still just as bad. Almost a year later, it's just as bad. Enemies take way too long to kill. They will hit you like it's nothing. They will snipe you, do whatever. Your hits are very inconsistent. It does seem that the game had a slight graphical update, but even for Fallout 4, how did Fallout 4 look better graphically? And it came out in 2015. Yet this game came out in 2018, and it looks like trash. It uses the same engine. Everything looks like you just did this and smeared it. The faces and stuff like this and the character models look like how I used to describe the old Grand Theft Auto games looked. Everything looks sort of smudged and just dirty. Like, say the edge of something is like right here. It looks like someone just did this on it and just sort of smudged the color a little bit. It was even worse in Grand Theft Auto 4 because, like, the face models, it looks like someone just did just this to them and just smeared them all over the place. It's going to be my weirdest video yet. But I also wanted to play Prey for you guys. I really love P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y. One of my favorite games in the last few years. I've only beat it once because I took my time, and I'm going to just wait a little while and just fire it up on New Game Plus, or just fire it up on New Game and just go through it a completely different way. I went through kind of stealth, kind of guns blazing. I'm going to try a full stealth playthrough on this one, sort of like how I'm doing with Deus Ex Mankind Divided. See how that works out. I did get some new audio software I downloaded this morning, so videos may improve. I downloaded Audacity. I've heard it's decent only because it's free. I have no idea how to layer a commentary over a video without having to do live comms. I hate doing live comms a lot of the time because especially in a multiplayer game, because it's a bit annoying. And everyone who's like, oh, we're doing a live commentary today, people have proven time and time again that it's you're not really doing a live comment. A lot of those guys that are doing it like Merc Music, he fakes a lot of those. He's got to be faking a lot of those. But yeah, I didn't mean to make the video run 10 minutes, guys. Just wanted to ramble for a little bit. Um, I've gained a few subscribers. Channel's been doing okay. I've looked at my views have actually been consistent over the last little while. It's mainly my older Fallout stuff because Fallout 76's 1 year is approaching and people were talking about it again. And some of my videos were getting cycled into there, so I thought it was pretty cool. And my Sekiro stuff. Apparently, Sekiro is dead in the water. It came out just like I thought it would. It came out. It was a flash in the pan, and it died. Still haven't touched it since I did that last video, and I refuse to touch it again. I'm never gonna beat that game. I'm not pounding my head against the wall and going through pure hell to beat the game. But yeah, thanks for everything as always, guys. You guys are all awesome. If you guys had any recommendations for audio software to use, put it down in the description. Excuse me, the comment section below, please. Just trying to find something good to use, something that's simple because I am software retarded when it comes to this stuff. I don't even know how to edit that well, so we'll see where that goes. And hopefully you guys have some suggestions for me. Thank you as always, and I'll see y'all later.